Hey everyone, welcome back to the good. I almost said Disky Disc. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Good Screen Podcast. I'm Russell.
I'm Lauren.
And we're not going to be talking, or I'm not going to be talking this loud the whole time.
No, please quiet down.
We just got a pizza.
Pizza.
And we were just listening to Disky Disc live on Twitch.
Yeah, their first live episode on Twitch.
We were about to record and they're like, oh, we're going live.
We were like, oh, we have to watch that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have so much to do later today. So, Lauren, we decided that we watched Shrek 4, but we decided that a while ago.
Yes.
And this is the only Shrek movie that we both didn't see.
Yeah, I have vague recollections of it.
I have no recollections.
But I don't remember if I ever actually saw it or not.
I only knew the one. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that yet. So we decided that Shrek 4 is going to be a full-length
episode,
good screen episode.
Yes.
So we're going to do our normal stuff. And first, we are going to start with another YouTube comment.
Yay!
I just got to pull up the YouTube studio.
Okay, pull it up.
Okay.
Okay, I pull up. Is that how
Um,
the song goes?
I don't know. We actually have two comments from the same person.
Two!
Probably just a continuous chain.
Yeah.
Two comments from Irene 2.
Whoa, is that Irene squared?
Yeah,
Irene
Irene
4.
squared. Irene 4. She said, great episode. This is about Trick or Treat episode, not Shrek.
Yeah.
I have a Shrek comment too. I forgot
so
to
many
do.
comments.
He said, great episode. It really makes me want to watch this movie now. You guys did a great job talking about the movie, and it shows that you really enjoyed watching it. I love all the analysis, and I wish I watched it before listening to the episode. Oh, this is a long one.
Oh.
Also, thanks for reading my comment.
You're welcome.
I'll have to find the claymation. I might have it saved on a CD somewhere. Also, if you care at all, lol, my screenless shoutout is playing board games. Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah. I have yet to get myself to try quilting. Just haven't had the time to find the stuff I need to start.
Irene, I could always help you start out. I have lots of advice.
He said, anyway, thanks for this episode to help me not fall asleep on my way to work. Oh, that's a little dangerous. We'll just periodically scream every episode, yeah. And then she said in another comment, by the way, you should definitely watch the Fear Street movies. Love to hear your thoughts about it. Well,
maybe next year.
We'll have to wait a whole year.
Yeah.
No more scary movies.
Catch back next year, Irene.
Yeah, please keep watching. Thank you for watching.
I mean, I think there are 4 of them. We could do 4 of them next year.
All Halloween?
No, not Halloween. Fear Street.
Oh, yeah.
Fear Street's different.
Okay. And then we got another one from Jason Hawkins, who is Skyward on the Isha Gaming Discord.
Okay.
Yes. He said, on the very first Shrek one, he said, I remember watching Shrek in primary school.
Wow.
So do I.
Yes, I do
at
too,
least once a
technically,
year.
but I didn't get to go see it like you guys did.
At least once a year, someone would pop that VHS tape in. Or the DVD, the first DVD for it. Yeah. All right, well, we have another thing I want to read at the end. It's more like a good for the end one. It's from Will. It's an email.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to just pat our backs the whole time. So, Lauren, what have you been enjoying on the good screen?
Well, this week was the season finale of House of the Dragon.
Yes.
It was very good.
Very appropriate for this episode. I saw that screen comparison to the end of Shrek.
Okay, but you know what?
With the dragon.
These shows are nothing alike.
I know, but it was shot the same way.
I guess there were similar shots, but that's all there is.
No, Lauren, there weren't similar shots. They were frame perfect with different I swear to God.
No.
When I saw, I'll post a picture of them. Oh yeah, we're doing a full one. I'll post a picture of like the comparison or something. And it's just... Whoa.
I don't think they watched Shrek and said, let's do that. I don't think they did that. I think, it was an accident.
Someone had to have been editing it and said, oh my gosh, this is the end of Shrek.
No, I don't think anyone thought that. I didn't
No?
even think about it till someone pointed it out.
I
saw
thought
it
it was
on the
great.
tweeter.
All right. Well, how did you like the end of House of the Dragon?
House of the Dragon?
Dragon D's.
Rhaenyra is definitely dragging hers.
Yeah.
I love this show.
Yeah?
It is very good. It's very sad that I'll have to wait like 2 years for the next season.
That's awesome.
It takes them forever to produce, but it's worth it.
I mean, it's better you have it that way.
Yeah, I was nodding. No one saw that except Russell. Yeah, I can't wait for it. Other than that, we've been watching this one YouTuber,
Yeah.
Nami. She does like quiet ASMR vlog lifestyle type videos.
Right.
And we especially love her cooking segments. She makes some very interesting food. Did I mention that she's a Japanese woman in Japan?
Yeah.
Okay.
She also has the eternal pose, so she can tell the Straw Hats where to go.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
That's not what that's called. It's called something different.
The log pose?
Yeah, I thought
the eternal pose is the one that doesn't break.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have we gotten to that point where she has it?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is actually not the person we're watching on YouTube. It's the Nami from One Piece.
Oh.
Don't give it up, Nami! From the One Piece rap.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I thought you were just making a joke like she had that. No.
No,
We're talking about two different Namis.
We are.
Okay. That's all I can really think of.
Okay.
What have you been enjoying on the good screen?
I have been enjoying burping, apparently. Yeah, I've been enjoying digesting things.
You did have a digestive issue this week.
I did. I had to take a day off of work for a digestive problem.
Your tummy hurt.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah. No, my good screen, what I've been enjoying on the good screen is I have been playing
Among Us.
No, I have not been playing Among Us.
Overwatch.
I played like one game of, I think 3 weeks of Overwatch in a row is a little too much. I got Vampire Survivors.
Oh yeah.
I think I also talked about that in the last one for
Maybe.
like a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Unfortunately, I spent a lot of time playing it, which I say that because most of that day I had off with my stomach issue. Not most of it, but like a big portion of the day I played that game. It's mindless fun.
Yeah.
It's like a endless, I guess they're called rogue light, because you don't start over at the beginning every time. You progress, you gain the coins in the level. Mm-hmm. It's basically endless waves of ghouls and ghosts, and then if you die, you have to start over, but you can use your coins that you get in the level to upgrade yourself a little bit, and then marginally, very slowly, you realize, oh, you're lasting more levels, and you're getting better gear, and you're unlocking new areas, and new items, and new people to play as.
So it kind of reminds me of a dungeon game.
Yeah.
But it's not a dungeon. It's like a big field.
It's like a big field.
But it's similar.
It's a really big field.
Yeah, a huge field.
So I've been enjoying that, but it's one of those things I had to like stop myself from playing too much, because like whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was supposed to be my one for the next Halloween one, because it is a vampire game, and vampires are Halloween. So that's all I had to say about that.
Okay.
You know, now I have to, tomorrow I had to figure out what my screenless shout out, or not screenless, well, I guess both, but my good screen thing is.
Yeah, filming these like back to back.
Very weird. I'm
hard.
very glad we're gonna be stopping to do the 2 good screens a week.
Yeah, unless it's like a special event type thing.
We're planning something to kind of
fill the gap.
Yeah, to so we don't wind up doing this. But yeah, so moving on, we have a wonderful subject this week. Today,
Shrek 4.
this day of this week, we watched Shrek Forever After.
Do the roar.
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 Yeah. We watched that.
I love you, Daddy.
Do you want to do? You're Daddy, though.
I'm Daddy. You say it.
I love you, Daddy. We have two. What is your synopsis of this movie? Wait.
I'm synopsing.
Is it my turn? It's my turn. I just listened to this one earlier today. Shrek the Third. It's my turn.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes, because last week I said about the /TP.
Yes.
Yes, it is your turn.
Uninterrupted. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So Shrek has it all. He has his family, and every day of his life is perfect. And he has a crisis, and he wants to go back to being a normal ogre after succeeding at everything in his life. So he makes a deal with Rumpelstiltskin after having a tantrum in a Chuck E. Cheese-like area.
You're really glazing over this.
And Rumpelstiltskin says, yeah, I'll let you be an ogre for a day. You just got to give me a day. And he goes, okay, I'll take one from my childhood because I don't remember that day. And he said, all right, cool. And Shrek signed off on it and had a wonderful day for a few hours.
Yeah, literally.
And then he saw all these signs for wanted ogres, and it was for Fiona. And he was like, oh my God, my family. And was that pretty good?
That was really good.
And and he goes to the swamp, and they hashtag drained the swamp.
What the fuck?
and then the crones came out.
Witches.
They were crones. It said crones. They were witches. Okay. So the witches came out and they captured Shrek.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the day that was taken from him was the day he was born. So he never existed. So I'm going into too much detail. So he meets all his friends in other different ways, and they have different backgrounds now because they never met Shrek. And then he meets Fiona, who doesn't have a clue who he is, but the only way to break the curse is to get a kiss from her again.
Yeah.
And then there are also other ogres.
Yeah, lots.
And then they're trying to get all the ogres, and Shrek saves the day. The end.
That was very glazed,
yeah.
But okay.
I didn't want to describe it for 15 minutes.
I guess. But also, one keynote at the beginning is that he was happy until he got very frustrated with his life. He got frustrated,
yeah.
He got annoyed, mostly.
Yeah.
And he was like, I just wanted to be the way that it was before I met you.
He had his, dad going to get milk.
If you had the chance to change your feet.
He had his dad going out to get milk and never returning moment.
He really did.
He kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the moral. What? All right, so let's start with the moral of the story, Lauren. What is the moral of the story?
You don't know what you have until it's gone.
That's true.
Yeah.
Last one was, what was the moral of the last one? Shrek 3?
I don't even remember. The moral was
don't be afraid to be who you are, or something like that.
Overcome your fears.
Overcome your fears of okay.
Yeah.
And then the second one was don't be afraid of who you are.
Yeah.
No, then the first one that was also the theme of it.
I don't think there's really moral for the first one.
No, the moral of the first one is Smash Mouth All Star.
Yeah.
You're an all star.
Get your game on. Get
so
laid.
What did you think about this movie?
I didn't think it was the worst. It was not my favorite Shrek movie, but I thought it was pretty good.
I loved this movie.
You loved this one?
Your description in the last one where you said Fiona tries to learn more about ogres couldn't be more wrong.
Well, I couldn't. I told you I had a vague recollection, but I don't think I ever actually saw the movie.
Very vague. I was not expecting a time paradox movie.
Yeah, I don't think I was either.
My god!
I just remember her being like a Bamf ogre woman all the time.
Okay, yeah. You remember a commercial probably.
Basically.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really liked this movie.
Yeah?
I liked how it touched upon it was basically like, I don't know if this was 10 years after Shrek 1 came out. I'm not gonna look that up.
Timeline, no, but real life, probably.
Yeah, no, I mean 10 years after in real life.
Yeah,
like for an anniversary.
Yeah,
but it felt like they were celebrating Shrek.
They really were,
and they were showing you how important Shrek was.
Mm-hmm.
And they went back to the swamp, and they went back to the dragon's castle.
Yeah,
and all these like little callbacks to the original, like and the kiss at the end with the glowing stuff.
Yeah, except this time it was Shrek glowing and not Fiona.
It was Shrek glowing, and he glue away, and then everybody glowed away.
They all got Thor snapped.
They all did. Their lives all ended because
it was a paradox. It was an alternate universe. Got swooped, closed.
Mind to break Shrek.
Yeah.
No, I really liked this movie. I had a lot of fun watching it.
I did like it.
Yeah.
It was very enjoyable.
I think I want to rate this one higher than Shrek 2.
You do?
Yeah, I just think it played with the original so well.
Yeah, that is true. It was like a twist on the story.
It was like a nice twist, but also like...
And I also really liked Fiona's storyline in this one.
Yeah.
Because she like saved herself. She got herself out of the tower.
Yeah.
And she was figuring out a way to live her life, and because she got tired of waiting for someone because Shrek was never there.
Do you think she has a coffee mug that says "Nevertheless she persisted," and it's a picture of a tower and a princess like rappelling off a tower? Nevertheless, she persisted. But first, coffee on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I am not the biggest fan of that quote. Like, I understand what it means, but I think it's really overdone. But maybe.
Anti-feminist.
I'm not feminist. I mean, I'm not... No, stop! That's not what I meant.
I am.
I'm not a feminist. I just think that quote's annoying.
I'm not a feminist either. I believe that all women have a place in society.
Wow. Which is where?
Doing exactly what men do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm being honest.
No, you say that women have equal rights, which means I also have to do the dishes.
I wasn't going to say that.
That's why you say that.
I'd pay half the bills.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you are not a feminist.
Wow.
Anyway. Wow. Live breakup.
We're stepping 10 feet away from that topic.
So speaking of that.
Of what?
Of like
feminism?
Of like me getting fed up and paying the bills and stuff.
What?
No, I'm gonna go into my first question. So in the beginning of this movie. No, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
In the beginning of this movie, Shrek has it all.
You already said all that.
And then he gets tired of it.
Yeah.
Was there ever a moment... Hold on. I'm sorry, that was the wrong thing. Oops. When I was watching the one part where he like realizes he did something wrong, I realized that if I got a tiny house, I would realize I did something wrong.
Yeah.
So oftentimes we will
literally. Can I say it?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and tell the story.
Literally every time we see a tiny house, whether there's like one being towed by a truck, whether we watch a video of it, whether he even reads the words tiny and house in the same sentence, Russell always turns to me and goes, you know, if you broke up with me or if I found myself single, I would get a tiny house. And it's like every time we see one now, it's like a Bart say the line moment. I turn to him and I like wait for him to say it.
If I like screamed, I want a tiny house, and Rumpelstiltskin showed up and said, here, you can have a tiny house if you exchange one of your prized possessions. And
yeah, and it's me.
No, it's not you. And like I exchanged like my Minecraft license.
What the fuck?
That would mean I would have never met Lauren.
Oh, yeah.
So I would have been like, oh no, I shouldn't have gotten the tiny house.
That is true.
Yeah, I really wanted to. Like, it's no offense to Lauren or anything, and I feel like I'm saying a lot of mean things about Lauren, but it would be impossible to live in a tiny house with Lauren because of your crafts.
I require too much space.
Before I met Lauren, I was like KonMariing.
Yeah.
I watched the Netflix show
Whoa.
for Marie Kondo, and I was like, you know what? I could start getting digital games and ebooks and stuff. I need
You even bought a Kindle.
I even bought a Kindle. I was like, I could downsize, and I was starting to do so. I was getting rid of like games I never played that I would just, if I looked at the game and I said, last time I played that was on an emulator, I just gave it to my local game store. Shout out Complete Unbox.
Yeah, shout out.
And then like I met Lauren in the middle of this.
Yeah.
And then Lauren moved in, and now I have so much shit in my house.
Well, it even started before that because I was giving you birthday and Christmas gifts.
Oh, yeah, and Lauren was getting me all these gifts for my birthday and for Christmas.
And even my mom and my grandparents buy you stuff all the time.
And I didn't have the heart to tell her, like, hey, like, I'm trying to, like, be a little more frugal and not have as much stuff around my house and have some breathing room, and it didn't work. I should have just stuck to my guns and said, hey, I'm going to keep these, but if you want to get me a gift, like, let's go on a vacation.
We never really did that.
No, we never did.
Other than going to my grandparents.
Part of me wishes I did do that because we would have done a lot more stuff by now.
Yeah. Well, there's always the future.
Yeah, and we got plenty of time next year too. But anyway, wow, we got
very off topic.
Really off topic, but yeah. No, don't worry, guys. I'm satisfied. Lauren and I are satisfied with each other. Nothing
we love
bad's
each other
happen.
very much.
Yeah. I did write Rumpelstiltskin drained the swamp, but it corrected it to Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah. He did drain the swamp though. All right, Lauren, do you have any questions about Shrek? I just want to say again, I cannot believe how much I like this movie. It was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
What's your question?
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
The first one was...
What is it?
Which ogre do you think Fiona was diddling in the meantime without Shrek there?
The cook.
The cook?
The cook, yeah.
No.
You don't think you think the cook was gay?
Yeah.
Lauren did the hand gesture.
No, I was gonna say she was probably doing the fucking Giga Chad chin man.
Oh, the big chin man?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was, no, I totally think it was the chef. He had the chimichangas.
Stop! No, Russell's making a very rude gesture. Okay, moving on to my next question.
He put his chimichanga in the oven.
So this next one is kind of like a 2-in-1 question, meaning it's 2 questions. And the first one is, was Shrek the last ogre in his universe?
Yeah.
Because then the other part of my question is, where did all the ogres go then? What happened to all the other ogres? Or like, did he isolate himself?
I have a theory about this actually. So in the 3rd movie, Shrek said his dad tried to eat him, and that's why he didn't talk to his dad. What if his ogre clan was starving and they didn't have enough food, and Shrek running away made them all fucking die?
I was gonna say, I feel like that was maybe a bit more of like an exaggeration.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say maybe because he mentioned how he really didn't like his dad, apparently. Yeah. So maybe he just like
now suddenly
totally isolated himself, like did the equivalent of moving across the country.
He went to far, far away. He told his dad, "I'm going far, far away," and he did.
I guess so, yeah.
If they ever made a Shrek 5, I really hope.
I want Shrek's backstory.
I want a Shrek like prequel would be good.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, like how did he get like it would have to be all new characters. How did he find his swamp?
It like ends with him going into the swamp.
Oh, going into the outhouse.
No, I was just gonna say going in and finding the tree.
It would have to end with him going into the outhouse and reading the book.
Oh, maybe.
And then it ends with All-Star.
I feel like it would.
That's too DreamWorks.
That's really on the nose. Hire
me.
Hire Russell.
Hire me, please. Oh my gosh, I'm just writing their material now.
Really, they could make a Shrek 5. I know they're making Puss in Boots, and apparently Shrek
Shrek's gonna
does
be in
show
it.
up in the end.
I think there's
I
so
want
much
them to make a
untapped
Shrek
potential.
5. I want a Shrek 0.
I want a
Shrek backstory
Shrek
movie.
Junior. No, not Shrek Junior. Shrek before.
Before.
Yeah.
Land as old as Shrek.
Land as old as
I don't know.
The Shrek before time.
Shrek before time.
Yeah. So, and then at the end in the credits, they showed all the ogres with them.
Yeah,
But-
that is not.
Wait,
we decided that
Lauren-
is non-canonical.
Lauren said this cutscene isn't canon. Like it was a fucking game. He said, "There's no way this cutscene is canon." He said, "I wrote that down." He said, "This cutscene isn't canon. This can't be canon." Like you were in denial about it. But yeah, so like we determined that isn't canon because how did they find them?
Where did they come from?
They would have never known Fiona.
And they were still in the same type of outfits.
Maybe when Shrek did the little like plug his ears and go brap out of his ears,
came?
they heard it and they came. There's a director's cut of this movie somewhere with that in it, you know.
They like
If
there's
not,
like a scene of them and the
DreamWorks.
would just be like, whoa.
Yeah, and they lived like underground too.
The ogres?
Yeah, they had the underground
I guess
base.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, there's so like this story like Shrek 3, it felt like they were running out of ideas.
Shrek 3 felt like someone pulled the short stick out of the cup and had to come up with the ideas.
It felt like they shouldn't have made the movie. Like it shouldn't have existed
Like
because
this could have been the third one.
this almost could have
Although
been the
I guess
third one.
not because they had
No.
to have the babies.
Yeah, but they could have used my script for the third one.
Yeah.
And would my script have worked into Shrek Forever After, do you think?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think it would have, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
perfectly.
still would have been.
Also, Arthur isn't in this movie.
Arthur isn't mentioned, and also they don't mention Prince Charming at all.
Not at all.
Because they were going to make a deal with. They had already made a deal with
the fairy
Godmother, and Charming was supposed to go get her.
Fiona's parents actually fucking suck.
Yeah, they're like, how the fuck can we get rid of this bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the main villains. And then her
Oh my
mom's
God.
like, "Oh, I love my grandkids."
Oh my god, do you know those books we keep seeing in Barnes & Noble where it's like the what if Disney princess movies?
Yeah.
What if there was a what if Shrek movie and it was like, what if Fiona was evil? I don't know. What if
Prince Charming killed Fiona
what if Prince Charming found her first?
as an ogre?
Found her as an ogre? He would have killed her.
Exactly.
No, maybe what if
What if? What if Thanos
No, that
came
makes
to Shrek?
No, Thanos is not going to Shrek. What if
Okay.
I don't know. I guess what if Fiona's parents were evil would be a good spin.
They are evil.
Or
they
what
aren't
if,
great people?
Anyways, I'm moving on.
So yeah.
We also joked about making a new segment.
Oh yeah.
writer's
the
room
writer's
moment.
room moment.
Yeah.
Did you write down the quote?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the quote?
This isn't verbatim, but basically at the end of the movie, there's this scene where Shrek is like reconfessing his love to Fiona because Fiona in this universe doesn't remember him.
Yeah.
And so at the end, Fiona realizes that she loves him and she's like, thank you. He was like, no, thank you. It was you who rescued me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part, I looked over at you and you were getting teary-eyed.
No, I was not.
Yeah, you were.
I was tired.
Oh.
I was not teary-eyed.
I thought you were getting I thought it was like, wow, this is like
Impactful.
impactful. And then there was another thing too when he came back to
Yeah.
the regular time.
And he hugged her and he was like, I've never been better. When the first part, when that happened the first time, he said it very like sarcastically, I've never been better.
I've never been better, donkey.
Jesus.
That was not Shrek.
What if Shrek was
What
fucking
if
like
Shrek
John Lennon
was
or whatever?
John Lennon.
George. Donkey.
Donkey.
Fiona.
Number 9.
Fiona.
Fiona.
What if he was Australian? Fiona, no.
No. You're not allowed to do
Fiona.
that. What if he was American?
He would have had a mass shooting in the village.
What?
He would have brought a gun to the village.
He would have brought a gun? All he
That's
wanted to do
the
was
most
scare.
American you can get.
Oh my god. Lauren, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I live in America.
Yeah. God. Okay. All right.
Okay, that's all I had to say.
I have another question.
Okay.
It is, how old is Shrek?
I'd say at this point, maybe like 32.
Middle-aged?
32.
You think he isn't a late bloomer?
Pushing 35, maybe. At this point,
He,
maybe he's 35.
in the beginning of the movie, it felt like he had a lot of time as a regular ogre.
Yeah.
It felt like he really wanted to go back to that because that was most of his life. So I
Yeah.
thought he'd be like middle-aged. Like, I don't know what middle-aged is for an ogre, like 40, 50, or maybe like 200, 300.
I think, that is a good question. How long do ogres live?
Yeah, how long did he spend all of his time in the swamp scaring people?
I think, because Fiona gives me like 25 vibes.
She's definitely young.
I think
Yeah.
maybe he's 30.
Yeah, I don't know. He just sounded like a boomer at the beginning.
Russell. No, who owns DreamWorks?
Boomers?
Boomers.
No.
What? Who else?
Oh,
would
I
it
have a
be?
really good question for you.
Okay.
Before we get too sidetracked on this. The one I was repeating in the beginning, and I said, oh wait, wrong question.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the beginning of the movie, Shrek
Okay.
has it all. Then he gets tired of it.
Yeah.
Was there ever a moment in your life that you didn't realize things were really good and frustrated yourself into a worse place in life?
Russell, this is a really bad question to ask me because you know how the fuck I was raised.
Yes, but like a decision you made, not something that your family did or anything. Like a decision you want me to start?
Sure. Is this like a Nexus moment conversation?
Not a
basically?
Nexus moment, but like kind of like you did, like oh man, I had it really good before I did this sort of deal.
Mine would be too trauma dumpy to talk about on the podcast.
Okay, we're not going to talk about Lauren, so I guess I'll just answer my own question.
Yeah.
Mine would be moving out in my first apartment.
Your little apartment.
I didn't need to. I wasn't getting kicked out.
Mm.
I lived with, for everyone who doesn't know, I lived with my Nana in college and the first like year and a half ish
Mm-hmm.
of my career.
Sure.
And I wanted the freedom, and I was doing great. I was making a ton of money because I was living with my grandmother, and I was paying her a little more. And then she said, "Oh, you don't need to do that." And then I was making even more money.
Yeah.
And I was like, Nana, I want to move out. Like, I'm ready. I think I'm
Why
ready.
can't I be on my own?
Yeah. I was like, I think I'm ready to move out. And I tried to get a place, and it just didn't look good. And then I stayed in. And then it was around the end of the summer. I went, and this is the Nexus event, if you want to call it that.
Sure.
I went to Justin's house, and
Yeah.
we passed the old apartment that my mom and my sister and I used to live in
Mm-hmm.
when
Okay.
I was a kid. And I was like, oh, wow, something's for rent here. I wonder which apartment it is. And I called the guy the next day, and he
Mhm.
was like, yeah, I'll be right over. And it was the little apartment. It was
Yeah.
like this little studio apartment. And I was like, this is what I need. I'm just one guy. I could live in here.
Yeah.
And so, like, a few weeks later, he liked me, and it wasn't like through a real landlord. It was kind of like sketchy, and
Yeah.
same guy who owned it when my mom was.
He went in there when you weren't there.
Anyway, that's besides the point. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready to move out, Nana. I'm moving out to this little studio apartment, which is like $500. It was $495 a month, I think.
Oof.
And but I had to pay all the utilities and
Yeah.
stuff. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm ready. And I had a bunch of, not enough money saved up, but a good chunk of money saved up. But definitely for 3 months of rent plus. And I moved out, did the first grocery shopping thing.
Yeah.
Started charging stuff. And I'll be real, like, looking back at that year, I was only there for a year. I did not gain anything from moving there. So that's
except
why
weird stories.
I was weird stories. I was frustrated about living with my nana. I was like 23 when I moved out. I was like, it's time to go. Like, I want to be independent.
I want to be on my own.
I was Lauren's age, and I was like still living with my grandma.
Maybe don't say that.
Well, look, you're 20. I'm only 28.
I'm 23 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I was like, yeah. And I got 3 meals a day. Well, not 3 meals a day, but I got dinner every day at my nana's. And I was like, I still probably would have met Lauren, because started talking to Lauren during that year. But I could have done that from my nana's. It was online.
Yeah. Except visiting you.
Yeah.
Would have been different.
I would have had my apartment. I would have probably still gotten that apartment if I waited a year. Like, I always, it stinks because like
the one next to the fireplace.
Yeah, the fire company.
Yeah.
It's not good to regret things in life, but I do regret getting that apartment and not waiting another year, because I would have had so much more money saved up. Like a lot more money saved up.
Yeah.
And I probably would have gotten a different job because I wouldn't have had to worry about paying rent and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think about that a lot, but like when I do, I think about it.
Wow.
But yeah, I probably still would have had Lauren come over and everything too around the fall of the next year, which is when I lived in that new apartment, which I really liked living there.
Yeah.
I've also said a few times that if I never met Lauren, that I'd be living at that little apartment.
Well, there's that, and also a lot of the times when you mention that apartment, you also have like a say the line Bart moment where it's like
I figured out how to rearrange it after I moved out.
I thought of the best way to rearrange that apartment right after I moved out.
Yeah.
And moved into the apartment we're living in now.
Well, there was like a few month gap, but yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I just kind of looked off into the distance.
Yeah, you had a moment.
But
yeah, I don't really have any moments I can think of other than like really depressing ones that I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's okay.
My life is much happier now that I've moved here. And that is all I have to say.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the one decision I don't think I'll ever regret.
That's good.
Yeah. I've already been here
2.5 years almost, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
2.5 men.
Men. Wow.
I hate how we both knew that.
Looked at each other. I was like, brain, please remember the song. Whoa. The second podcast in a row where Lauren loses it. Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny.
That was so good. We like locked eyes.
This is how we keep Irene 2 from falling asleep at the wheel.
I hope we just saved your life, Irene.
Irene 2.5 Men.
2.5.
I'm sorry, that's kind of mean. I shouldn't have sold her name. It's not fun to make jokes about names.
You're saying that like 2 is her real last name.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh. So people used to make fun of my last name in middle school.
You already know what people said about my last name.
Well, it was kind of similar. Like in middle school, people would call me Russell Booner.
People called me Lauren DeBoner.
But then they would call me Booner Spooner.
Booner Spooner.
And like
You're very good at spooning.
Yeah, but I wasn't like it wasn't a compliment back then.
Or wait, no, that's scooping.
That's bean dip. Yeah.
What?
It's called bean dip.
No, it's called scooping.
No, it's called for a guy.
No, doing like that is called scooping.
For a guy, it's called a bean dip.
No, it's called
Let
scooping.
us know what you call grabbing the underside of a guy's man boob and flicking upwards.
Flicking it.
We would call it, they would go bean dip.
Unconsensually.
Yeah. The dudes would go bean dip, booner spooner in the locker room in 8th grade. I'm pretty positive one of those kids got arrested.
Okay, so did like most kids eventually.
Like really soon after high school ended.
Oh.
But I hope they're all doing well.
Sure.
Yeah. So Shrek, right?
Am I right?
So let's go back to Shrek. What about the soundtrack to this movie?
I thought it fit a lot more than the third one fit that one.
Yes.
It didn't feel as forced.
I had no clue what any of these songs, other than the older songs, I had no clue what any of these songs were.
I can't honestly remember any of them.
The times were changing with music too at this point with the more modern songs.
Mm-hmm.
The indie wave was coming over music, and you could tell with some of the songs.
Mm.
But the older songs, like everyone knows the old, right? You know the older songs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like what?
I can't tell you a single one off the top of my head, but
Honestly.
you know those songs.
Yeah.
In every kid's movie.
Yeah.
You know what I just remembered?
What?
DreamWorks kind of has like a format for movies because the first few Shrek movies were all about Shrek, and then the last one there were other ogres.
Yeah.
Then in Kung Fu Panda, there were no other pandas, and then he found his dad and the other pandas.
And there was an ad for that in this one. Jack Black did a little cooking thing.
Yeah, there's an ad for Kung Fu Panda 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I never saw the one where he
had to
went
have
and
come
found
out
his
in
dad.
2011 because Kung Fu Panda 2 came out in 2011.
How do you know that?
Because I was in 11th grade.
Oh.
It's really easy to remember.
That's nice.
And I had allergies at the time, and at the end, my friends thought I was crying. And I was like, no, I'm not crying, guys.
Wow.
It's just the waterfall on my face.
My eyes are
It's just been raining on my face.
Wow.
Directly on my eyes.
I was cutting onions.
Yeah, I was cutting onions yesterday. I was really cutting onions yesterday, and like it was burning. Like, really
is that
bad.
part of the reason why I said you don't like red onions?
No, red onion burns my fucking throat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should stop eating those.
I think I do need. I think if I pickled them, they'd be fine. Pickled red onions are really good. Pickle Rick onions?
No.
All right, so you like the soundtrack in Shrek? Forever After.
Yeah.
Now that we've gotten to the end of the Shrek movies, how would you rank all the soundtracks?
Well, the first one has the best soundtrack.
Right.
Yeah. I'd probably do like 1, 2, 4, 3.
I would do 1, 2, 4, 3 as well. Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
I did think 4 was better than 2 as a movie.
I am unsure with how to argue about that because 2 just has a lot of nostalgic value for me, but I did really like 4.
I really liked
maybe another rewatch or two, and I maybe might be able to say it's
4.
Yeah.
Again, like I can't believe I didn't watch this movie until now.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
It was. We did point out a few times while we were watching that it was an obvious 3D movie.
Yeah, this was like when you go get the big black glasses you pop the rims out
and they throw something at the screen. And
you act like an idiot because you're like 13 seeing this.
Or no, they throw something at the and it looks like the camera goes straight forward.
Yeah, and if you have anything but 20/20 vision, it'll give you motion sickness severely.
You can't even see it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before my brother got diagnosed with astigmatism in one of his eyes, he always got viciously sick after seeing a 3D movie.
Oh.
I mean, he saw them regardless because he was a dumb boy. But then he got his astigmatism diagnosis and he was like, this all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to not like 3D stuff because I couldn't see it right and I didn't know how to express that.
Yeah.
And it probably took too long for them to look at my eyes. But yeah. Still can't see right, and
It's
there's
like
nothing
that.
they can do about it.
No, that's fine. We just don't see 3D movies.
Can't do VR, can't do 3D.
I don't mind not seeing 3D movies, but
I can
VR,
kind of do VR, honestly.
VR is fun.
I can do VR, but I had to, like, it has to be, like, really close to my, like, I had to be, like, sucked in.
That's...
But I also, it's not comfortable. Skyrim in VR was fun, though.
That does sound like fun. I
Yeah.
want to play Among Us VR.
Among Us VR sounds like
Or
the most
Minecraft
fun.
VR.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
If you never get a Meta Quest, though, or a Facebook Quest, or whatever they call it, no, not
What?
allowed. The Galaxy, not Galaxy, it used to be called the Oculus Quest.
Oh, yeah, Oculus.
Yeah, don't get those. That company needs to burn to the ground.
Oh, okay. Duly noted.
All right, well, I think we've pretty much said everything we want to say about Shrek 4. I think if you haven't seen, like, if you're like me who stopped watching these kind of movies because you were getting older and stuff, and you missed out on Shrek 4, you should go watch it, especially if you like Shrek 1.
What year did this one come out?
I think it might have been 2011. Same year. Or 2012, but, like,
Yeah.
really good. Roger Ebert, 2 thumbs way up.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so let's transition to our next line of business.
Screenless shout out.
Screenless shoutouts. Lauren? What is your screenless shoutout this week?
You're looking at me like you think you know something.
I don't know what you're going to say.
I guess sewing.
Again?
Did I say it last time?
I think knitting or sewing was your thing last time.
Oh, well, I've gotten my sewing mojo back.
Yay!
I'm doing some small projects. Maybe gonna sell stuff to work, but maybe not.
Okay.
But I'm having fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these stockings I'm making.
Yeah.
But I've gotten my mojo back. For a long time. I wasn't necessarily burnt out, but I think I was a little bored. So. But yeah, I'm back into it now. I need to start writing things.
I have one
else.
I thought of at work. If you have another thing, let me know. Okay.
I'll think. Mm-hmm.
So I have another one I thought about at work, and I have a bad part of my shout out, but I have a good part first. My screenless shout out, specifically this week.
Yeah.
And I mean, the next one we're going to have out is on a Monday. No, but it should be.
Because we are watching that tonight.
Yeah, the World Series starts tonight. We said woohoo in the last one.
Yeah.
My shout out is leaves falling.
Oh, yeah.
I love it when the leaves fall. I love the smell in the air.
Oh, yeah.
I love the atmosphere. I love when my car kind of slips in the parking spot and you don't know if you're going to hit the curb, but you are fine because you're going 2 miles an hour.
Is that what happened to you?
No, that is not the bad thing.
Okay.
The bad part about this is I fucking hate leaf blowers.
Oh, yeah.
So much. Now, I have nothing against people having the job of getting rid of the leaves. You got to make your money, right?
Yeah.
But I am so tired every day at work. 6:50 in the morning when I pull into the lot, there's already people with leaf blowers blowing up the leaves that just fell the day before.
It's like that at my job too, but it's mostly because they clear the parking lot because there's so many visitors. And there are like 5 billion cars that come every single day.
It's like, can't we just have some leaves on the ground?
Okay, George. Can we have some leaves on the ground then?
My ancestors are coming out. Like, there's benefits to having leaves on the ground for a little bit. Like, a day or two. And if they're just going to keep falling, you're, like, wasting your time.
Yeah.
Why not just, like, I understand, like, the parking lot, but, like, everywhere, they have this big thing that just sucks up all... And I don't know if they're composting that.
I don't know.
Probably not. But yeah, so
just burning it.
I enjoy the leaves. I kind of want to go to Grings Mill tomorrow morning, but you'll have to go to work. Yeah,
we can go Sunday. Maybe not.
No, we can't.
No, we're going to the Renaissance
Fair, and that's probably going to be my screenless shout out on the Monday episode. We had to record. Oh shit, we had to record.
You said it.
We had to record the Halloween episode tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And watch it. We had to watch it tomorrow.
Oh.
I may or may not have canceled going to the Royals game with Will because of that.
Oh, you're gonna go to a game?
He asked me, and I was like, I think we might have to do a podcast.
Oh, you should go. We can post a day late.
I'll think about it.
Although then it won't come out on Halloween.
It won't come out on Halloween. It has to come out on Halloween.
It has to be on Monday.
Yes.
Ah.
Well, how later? We should talk about this later. All right. So yeah, my screenless shout out is The Leaves. The Leaves of Autumn.
Those are my favorite part of living here.
The Crunchies.
The fall.
That one house in the neighborhood with the bright orange leaves.
God. That is the house. That's the reason why I want a tree like that.
Yeah.
When we get a house someday, I want to plant a tree like that in our yard and watch it grow and get beautiful every single fall.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, we've made pretty good time today. I don't think there's like anything we need to cut out. That's me saying I don't want to edit this.
No, I guess not. Maybe just like the gaps.
When we go into doing one every week again, the editing is going to be amazing. Because I'm going to do like timestamps for what we're talking about. Yeah. That was my ankle.
Oh.
It happens.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Oh, did you want to read Will's email?
Oh, yeah. We got to read...
Or do you want me to read it?
I'll read it. It's on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got another feedback email from our most critical and longest viewer, Will Party.
Will Party.
Okay, let me load up the good screen email.
William Party. All right. We like to party.
The subject of the email is praise for the good screen pod. Number 1, I think you targeted the wrong late night show host here, and he shows the picture of Tubi with the gun.
Tubi with a gun?
Shooting what's his face? One of the Tonight Show.
What are you talking about?
I posted on Twitter. You don't look at my tweets?
Maybe I didn't see that one.
Here, I'll show you it right now. You didn't see this?
Why is he shooting Jimmy Fallon?
It's Jimmy Kimmel.
Fuck
I don't
ever.
like Jimmy Kimmel.
They're all the same.
Number 2, both of your podcast hosting skills have certainly improved. Both of you have still managed to keep it a fun, informal conversation while remaining on topic. Keep up the good work.
Yay!
Number 3, I believe you both have moved to a single space when recording. The technical improvements have improved as well. No more Discord VoIP weirdness.
Yay.
Number 4, your Blue Jays rant was hilarious. Keeping it as a fun thing at the end of the pod was perfect. He must be talking about the one
when
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, he said some recommendations.
Oh, no.
And there's only one.
Yeah.
When you say, I'll edit that out, you never edit it out. Lol, why do you do that?
He's told you that before, too.
It drives him crazy. It was in the last one he sent to us.
I think I mentioned it before on the pod, too.
Don't worry, Will. I'll edit that out, okay?
We should put that on a mug.
I'll edit that out. And on the other side, that just happened.
No!
I didn't say that in this one.
I have a really fun idea for a mug.
Okay, do you want to blurt it out on air?
Yeah.
You do?
It's a square mug.
Square mug?
Like a square mug.
Like Minecraft?
And Tubi's on one side, and it just looks like Tubi's face.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Or even a round mug, but Tubi's a square.
Yeah, so. I don't know. I don't know if we have that kind of capital to do that.
No, but that's okay.
Well, thank you, Will. He said keep up the great work. Will.
Thanks, Will.
Yeah, thank you for listening. We really enjoy doing this, and we have a pretty good November. Like, we're going to be doing less in November, but are we?
Are we?
We are.
Oh.
But we're also doing something new in November.
Yeah.
That we're going to announce in a Good Screen Direct when we have concrete, basically a concrete image.
Yeah.
Like literally a concrete image. So So thank you for watching, Will.
Yeah, Will.
And Jason. And
Jason.
Irene too.
Yeah, Irene too.
Please let us know if you find the stop motion thing.
Please, I want to see it so bad.
That could be a whole
we'll
good screen episode. Yeah. So you don't need to elaborate on if your last name is Tu.
No, you don't have to.
There's a space though, so I don't know.
Irene Tu. I don't know.
I don't know either, but maybe we can just leave that as a mystery.
Yeah, leave it as a mystery first. Don't tell us,
Yeah,
Irene.
but thank you for watching. I will comment back, thank you for watching, like I normally do with the sunglasses emoji.
Yeah, maybe you should personalize it.
I think it should just be the thing that I do. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
We'll be back again on Monday with our last Halloween movie, and then you won't see us again until... Well, that Friday. So, and then after that, finally, no more 2 weeks bullshit. Two a week bullshit.
Hey, it was your idea.
No, it was my idea. Yeah, it was. Ooh, this is. It
we
takes
made it
so
work.
long. Yeah, we did make it work.
Some things are just a little late. That's okay.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So that's it for Shrek. OctOgre Fest.
OctOgre Fest has come to an end.
Did you learn anything?
I learned that Russell, you saved me.
Oh. I learned better out than in, I always say.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was my mouth.
All right, well, we're going to go. Bye-bye.
Bye.